Live from next door where the beer is free and the points don't matter, it's the SOGOpod! I'm Kinder.
I'm Carly.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Alan.
And together we are not normal.
Well, we're never normal.
But we're not the average everyday SOGOpod. Every week SOGOpod.
We're
we
not...
got two guests and Frank's being a little faggot being at home and shit. And no, he's actually working on some video content.
We're not your friendly neighborhood SOGOpod. We're the...
That's good, I like that. I never thought about that.
Yeah, your friendly neighborhood SOGOpod is not... So, anything interesting happen to you this week, Kinder?
Like, I went to my mom's house and I ate a hot wing and then rubbed my eye. It hurt bad.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That was really stupid.
It fucking sucked. I did that one. Oh, no, I've got a story.
Ooh! Yay! This is hot on my head. I'm taking this shit off. We gotta do Saga selfies.
Oh, yeah. So, this was like...
Alan, I said Saga selfies, and Alan's like, no.
So, like, 3 or 4 years ago, when I was living in the apartments, I forget what girl it was, but, yeah. So, I had some girl coming over for a dinner date. Yeah, I mentioned to her that I could cook okay, and she was like, you should make me dinner sometime. And I said, okay. So, yeah.
I really hope you didn't actually sound like that.
Yeah.
That is a turn off.
Yeah.
Mickey inviting Minnie over.
And afterwards we can pork. Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a disturbing image. I have to have something to fiddle with. I'm sitting over here looking at this table like I need something to do.
What are you, Brad?
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I'm not, actually.
Anyway, bitch coming over wants food.
Oh, let me check.
And, yeah, I think I started like 2 or 3 hours early. And, it wasn't chili, but it was something that you made kind of like chili.
Yeah.
And, no beans because never eat beans for a date. Advice. But, it was something like, Tex-Mex or something like that. And, I had fresh jalapenos I was chopping up. And I didn't realize how hot fresh jalapenos actually get, So I'm chopping these things up, and throw them in, look at my watch, or look at my phone. Watch. Who has a watch? Look at my phone and say, oh.
Alan has a watch. He was wearing it earlier. He took it off.
Yeah,
nice.
I did.
I mean, it's different when you're dressing up to go somewhere.
Yeah, I actually went to church.
And nobody tells time with a watch.
Church.
Yeah, I did church.
Choich. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
That's right. So I look at my phone and I was like, oh, okay, I got like 30 minutes before bitch gets here, so I'll go take a shower and freshen up.
Bitch. You just call her bitch.
I don't remember who it was. So.
I got 30 minutes before that bitch I'm cooking for gets in my house.
Yeah. I might have told this story before.
I don't know. Maybe.
But anyway, so I go upstairs, take a shower, get in, and, washing all my shit, and then I get around to wash my asshole.
It's very specific. Thank you.
It was my asshole.
Yeah.
Because the second I finished washing my asshole,
it just started tingling.
I mean, I'm talking. It was Johnny Cash started singing outside my door. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Too soon. No.
So, yeah, I had a fucking ring of fire. My asshole was burning so bad the whole date I couldn't sit. I couldn't do a fucking thing. Like, I really, really, really wanted to just get a cup of milk and
just pour it on your butt.
I wanted a milk enema. It hurt so bad.
Oh, my God.
It fucking hurt.
It's like, hey, bitch, pour some of this on my asshole.
Yeah. Hey, I know
baby.
this is...
You know what really turns me on? When you pour milk in my asshole. Yeah. All right.
It's like, I know this is our first date, and I'm about to ask you something that's kind of weird, but my butt hurts.
Frank was just over.
I think we've established that...
Who am I kidding? Frank's the boss.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Thank you. You made it so I didn't have to say that about my
First day
husband.
BDSM.
What?
Nothing.
I just heard BDSM. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, I thought you said like DDS meeting. I was like, why are you at Duracell?
No, I thought you... What about BDSM? What are you talking about?
You said first date BDSM. That's,
Yeah, I know this is our first date, but I got some chains I'd like to try out. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Yeah, so you ate a hot wing at your mom's house?
Oh, yeah, I ate hot wing at my mom's house. Didn't didn't wipe off my. I actually have a hot wing eye story. What the fuck? I have a story for everything.
You do. That's okay.
Okay, so I'll tell a hot wing eye story.
Do you?
Well, I was
do you
like,
have to? No, I'm kidding. Fucking with you.
So, I know everybody here has been to Zaxby's, but how
Yeah.
many people here have eaten the insane wings at Zaxby's?
I haven't. Frank does regularly.
I have. I have.
Actually. No, Frank always gets insane sauce. He always gets insane sauce, but I had to. No, he gets tongue torch. I had to stop him from getting insane sauce because every time he got it, it was just bad things. just bad things. It's
Yeah.
like he would eat it, and like the whole while he's eating, he's like, "Oh, I hate myself."
They are bad.
and then afterwards, like 20 minutes later, it just got worse.
Fell into
Yeah.
a burning ring of fire.
Yeah, exactly. So I just finally, like, we would go to Zaxby's. He's like, I want the insane sauce. And I just looked at him and was like, no.
Do you
No, you're
remember-
getting tongue torch, motherfucker. I ain't dealing with that shit no
Yeah,
more.
I think nuclear
Tongue
is the
torch
third.
Is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
remember when
tongue torch is the best
me,
flavor.
Frank, and Brad went through that little kick where we were
Yeah.
making all the hot sauce?
You need to do it again.
That's brutal.
The first time I ever made the hot sauce, I was at Hannah's grandparents' house, and I had all the different habaneros, jalapenos, Scotch bonnets, ghost peppers, everything in the kitchen. I was chopping them up and I was sautéing them, and then I put them in the food processor and the blender and mixing them with vinegar and all kinds of other stuff. Well, Hannah's grandmother walks into the house. Now she has asthma.
Very bad.
No.
She walks into the house, and as soon as she opens the door, she just gasps.
Just-
Everything, oh my God! And just turns around and runs back out of the house. And then here comes her granddad. He comes, and now this man, like, I've seen him pick up habaneros and just eat them whole like they're nothing. Like, he can handle anything. This guy's like Satan or something when it comes to peppers. It's ridiculous. He comes running in the house. As soon as he hits the front door, and just turns around and running. And I'm just standing there like,
Did you have a gas mask on?
no, it's like my face had just become immune.
You
to
just
all
got
the
numb.
toxins.
No,
What
but
are you
I
cooking,
said
meth?
that. I said, from now on, we all need hazard suits before you start
Hazmat
cooking this
suits for
shit.
hot
Yeah, no.
It's not
Next
gonna
time,
work.
y'all just came to my house and made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We ran
With the
everybody to your
children.
house.
Yeah, with the kids, and I remember I went I think me and you, we went
left.
somewhere
Yeah.
with Penny, and we got home, and it was like, y'all, because we waited, because you had all the doors open and stuff, you were letting it air out, and so we called you, like, hey, we're ready to come home, can we come
bring
home?
Penny home?
And they were like, yeah, we're good. We walked in, and it was still like, like, you just had this tickle in the back of your throat, just... It was bad. That was
hot sauce, baby.
I didn't try that hot sauce, but the salsa y'all made, I ate all of it. Frank
Yeah.
didn't get any of that shit. I was just like, that's mine, bitch.
That hot sauce was pretty insanely hot, but it was delicious.
It was
what
called
little
PY
bit you could get on a toothpick, it was delicious.
Do you remember the name that Frank gave it?
PYP.
Yes.
Piss your pants.
Piss your pants hot. And then
Yep.
there was some when we when I was still working at that place, you know,
Yeah.
that me and Frank used to work
yeah.
together.
Well, he still works there. You
Yeah,
know.
he still works there.
What did Brad call it? Korean hell? Is that what he called it that one day?
Korean hell.
Yeah.
No, that's Mobus.
Say one. That's say
Or
one.
no, say one.
We I'd taken a little jar of it, and there was this
Yeah.
guy that worked with us. His name was Chris.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was awesome. If you ever needed a laugh, all you had to do was find him and just watch him, because he would just do the stupidest shit of anybody. Like, he'd be walking around, skipping down the aisles like he was singing to himself. All the Koreans walking by, looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know. And that's odd for a Korean to look at somebody like that.
What the-
like,
yeah.
No, Koreans are insane anyway.
Wow.
They are.
Wow.
I got him to try some of it, and he didn't just try just like a little taste.
Yeah.
He got like this big saltine cracker and just dipped it all in this hot sauce.
Oh,
This thing was
no.
like stacked with this, and he just shoves it in his mouth. It took it about 15 seconds, and as soon as it hit him, I don't know if you had ever been inside that place or not, but
No.
the warehouse from end to end is huge. It's like 2 or 3 football fields.
Yeah.
This guy's sprinting back and forth from the shipping dock to the other end, back and forth, like his ass is on fire. And
Well,
the
it probably was.
I'm sure it was.
He fell into a burning ring of fire.
That's the song that's going to be on this episode now.
Yeah,
That was really stupid. No, right after they made it, this PYP hot sauce, we had Penny's birthday party at our apartment complex, and I think it was her first birthday.
Oh, about your dad?
Yeah.
Oh.
And my dad,
Bless his heart.
I don't think it was her first birthday.
No,
I
it
think
was her second birthday.
Yeah.
And my dad, bless his heart, exactly. decides that he's gonna come into this conversation. They're standing there talking about their hot sauce. They had just made it. It was like maybe a week old tops. Like it was not that old. And they're talking about it. My dad walks up and he's like, "Oh, I love hot stuff." And I'm not actually gonna try to sound like my dad right now, but he's like, "I love hot stuff." And he takes a tortilla chip and does kind of the same thing where he dips it in this hot sauce and gets like a little pile of this fucking just apocalyptic hate on this tortilla chip, and he puts it in his mouth, and he tries to pass it off, and he's crying, and he's sweating, and he's like, "Yeah, it's good," and his face is red, which is saying a lot, because my dad's really tan, as it is.
You remember the guy that we used to talk about?
You're good. Just fucking unplugged shit.
Boss Man Brad.
Boss Man Brad.
Yeah, it was Brad, but he was like our boss. We always, because since we had, Brad, we always called this guy Boss Man Brad.
Yeah.
He did kind of the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had lived for like 10 years over in China and, Asia and all those places.
Oh, yeah, I think y'all told me about that.
He had a hamburger, one of those nasty hamburgers that you get out of the little spinny vending machine. Yeah. And he got that out. And he's like, "Hey, Alan, give me some of that hot sauce." Okay. So he takes this like big tablespoon and just dumps it all over this hamburger. Now, this is the only guy I've ever seen do something remotely like this.
Yeah.
And for the people listening, I know you don't understand how hot this sauce is, but this stuff is like...
It hurts to breathe.
My mother-in-law tasted it, and it left blisters on her tongue.
That's
how
that
hot.
bad?
Yes, it was that hot. This guy
Did that really happen? Did she really do that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hannah's like nodding her head like everybody can hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear the rocks.
I am nodding my head, guys.
Nodding your head.
But he just smothers it. And this guy, he picks it up and just eats it like it's nothing. He's not sweating. His eyes are not watering. There's no, like, crybaby snot coming out of his nose. There's nothing. He just eats it. And me and Frank are both sitting there looking at him like, how the fuck did you just do that?
Well,
What?
I remember y'all made another one, too. After the PYP, you made... Did you just fart? What the fuck? You leaned back in your chair a little bit and
I'm
went...
sorry, I'm not used to the mic being on this side.
And it makes you nervous, so you fart.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nervous farts.
We did make one after the PYP.
And it was apocalyptic, and you spelled it wrong on purpose, like on the bottle. I think Brad did.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Well, there was one that we made that Frank dubbed Satan's Penis. That was the
one that we made at Carly's.
That was the one we made
That
at
was
Carly's?
the first, because I named PYP.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank dubbed Satan's Penis. Well,
You should have got one and like made it with some whiskey in it and called it Whiskey Dick.
Whiskey. That's a good idea, actually. Well, now that I'm back in town, we can start experimenting with the hot sauces.
Not in my house or not.
You have a pregnant woman, so
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still pregnant. She hasn't had the baby.
It's not safe for children or
Who
pregnant
already
women.
doesn't like spicy stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is.
We'll have to do it like in a big field.
This is completely random, but something happened to me yesterday when I was at work.
I never did tell my Zaxby story.
Oh, well, get over it.
Nobody likes Zaxby's anyway.
I really don't care for
Fuck you.
I'm-
Zaxby's was sent from heaven.
The best thing that they have is the Nibbler's meal with ranch on them. That's the best thing they got. Otherwise,
I just prefer Chick-fil-A.
Every time I go into Zaxby's, my stomach starts hurting. Like I can't stand the smell of Zaxby's without getting sick.
You know who's got some good chicken? Christian Chicken.
Who?
Christian Chicken.
Jim Bob's.
Jim Bob's.
Oh,
Christian
I've never
Chicken.
been to Jim Bob's.
Hey, Jim Bob's. Everybody go to Jim Bob's. This is a product placement. Pay us, Jim Bob's.
Jim Bob's, of all places, Jim Bob's would be the last to fucking pay us.
I know, right?
Because we are so far from that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I went to church this morning.
Jim Bob's is pretty good. If you get a chance, I would say go because it's good food.
Or I've been.
She says she hasn't been.
I
never
hate
been?
the fact that you go, we've been, and I'm like,
No.
no, we
Well,
fucking haven't.
Hannah, you have to understand. We have been together since I was 16 years old. All right, that's 8 years now.
Damn.
I can't remember last month. All right? I know I've been. I don't remember if it was with you or my mother or whoever, but I know I've been there.
What's the difference?
Wow.
I'm going to pay for that later.
You know what?
I
That's
fell
what.
into
But no, do you want to tell your Zaxby story? Because mine's not.
It really doesn't fucking matter, but
All
I'll
right.
tell it anyway because I'm sure the build-up is killing our listeners.
Oh, yeah. I gotta know the Zaxby story. Oh, my God. That's
So,
what our listeners sound like.
Yeah.
I love you, listeners.
I just want to listen to the Zaxby story. That's all I want. That's
Fucking
all I want
Nick
from this
Beards.
episode, then I'll stop listening. My Little Pony.
Oh no, that reminds me of something. that reminded me of something. We were watching YouTube last night, and we were gonna watch. No, we were not watching that. We were watching Laser Time. When Laser Time put out a new video, and it was basically just an hour of them playing that new game Fibbage with some of their listeners and stuff. That they were live streaming it, and they just got people. They were like, "Hey, join the game. Let's play with us."
Come on.
Yeah, and one of the questions was I think it was like so and so baseball team got a voucher for something, and it was just voucher for blank, and I can't remember the whole question. And people were setting up their lies and everything, and the lie that one person put, and I about died because I wasn't expecting it, and in the middle of the screen just said clopping in all caps, and I was just like, oh no, no! If anybody doesn't know, clopping is the My Little Pony porn. That's what they call
Rule
it.
34.
It's called clopping.
The
Don't
fact that
ask
it's big
me.
enough to be a genre really disturbs me.
The only reason I know this is because I'm on Tumblr. And sometimes you accidentally find things that you really do not want to find. Trust me, you don't want to find it.
I could just see somebody telling their son that, like, sitting down on a old dock and whistling old harmonica music plays. Now, son,
Andy
you know
Griffith?
something? Sometimes you go on Tumblr and you find things. Things that you don't normally want to see, but you see anyway. Son, I'm going to tell you right now. One of them there things is called clopping. And music swells.
I just wasn't expecting
And then credits
it.
roll.
I just really wasn't expecting it. I was just like half asleep, and then all of a sudden I open my eyes, and I'm like, oh my god, no! No! No, that ain't right! No! Ugh.
My eyes, oh no, they're burning.
While you were doing that, all I could like hear in my head as soon as you said like cuts to credits or whatever is I just heard Rainbow Dash and just neighing, whinnying or whatever. The
Oh
fuck
yeah,
that
put
is.
a
It is-
neigh like in the distance.
Oh god, no. This is
And,
going
and
weird
then
places.
in the episode with the Hulk music, doom ding doom ding.
This is going weird
Yeah.
places.
Oh.
Did you hear the music at the end of last week's episode?
Probably.
It's Snake Eater by one Mrs. Cynthia Harrell. Yeah, it was good.
You know how I was talking to you about Diablo 3 earlier? I was not aware of this, but in Diablo 3 there is actually a rift that you can go into.
Oh shit! I just realized I'm gonna have to tag clopping on this one. Fuck.
Tell Frank to edit it out.
Well, at least we know our audience.
How about you just don't do that, because then we're gonna get pony hate. We're gonna get like anon pony hate.
I want it. I want your pony hatred.
Dare you make fun of My Little Pony?
I want your hate, you fucking piece of shit.
I will say this: I do not hate My Little Pony.
It's a marvelous cartoon.
I've been
Just-
forced to watch it 1,000,000 times by my daughter, and it is not the worst cartoon there is.
But your daughter's like 3. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
I know,
there's a
I know.
difference.
Yeah, and she's
I
a
just
girl.
don't like the pony porn. It's creepy.
I'm not going to name any names, but I know people who are like 16 and 17 years old
I know who
that
you're talking
are
about.
you know
I know who you're
that are
talking
that
about.
are you know all about bro hoofing and you know all with Cloud Prancer and all them people.
Dark matter.
Hi, Alan's brother.
But what I was talking about with Diablo 3, there's actually a rift you can go into and they specifically put this into the game. It's a hidden pony level.
Ah, shit.
It has like killer rainbow unicorns and little teddy bears and sunflowers and all kinds
They're
of shit.
just-
And
They're playing
I'll-
towards their demographic, is what
they
that
are.
is.
And I lost a little respect for Blizzard
Yeah,
after that, but I still like Diablo 3.
yeah. They're playing towards their audience. That's
They
what
are.
that is.
It is smart marketing.
They're
honestly,
pandering,
you
is
know.
what I meant to say. They're pandering.
Good word.
Thank you.
Which, you know, I like a little pandering every now and then.
Yeah, pandering's
Kojima
good.
does it.
And
Oh,
I
he does.
love it when he does it. Kojima pandered to me more.
Oh, speaking of game developers and hating them, but loving them at the same time, Peter Molyneux.
Oh, I just hate him.
No,
Fucking-
I got Goddess, right, for the iPhone, which is Peter Molyneux's new game that's based on his kind of like his old game, Populous.
Yeah.
Which is just the God game where you just have people, whatever. Anyway, well, the one on the iPhone and Android. It's not on Android yet, but the one that will be coming there. Whatever. The mobile version of this game is free. You can download it for free, but it's free to play, which means that it's in the game. You can pay money.
Yeah, microtransactions.
Yeah, which is fucking annoying, and I hate them, and they're terrible. And I actually stopped playing the game for a while because I actually messed it up, but then they updated and I got it fixed. But I have defeated Peter Molyneux because you can buy this game on Steam. Pay like $30 for the game, and you don't have those microtransactions anymore. And there is an in-game currency that's just gems, and the gems on the iPhone game are the ones you have to pay for. You pay like $10 and you get a pack of gems, right?
Right.
And you use it to please your people and put like fountains and stuff, and yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But in the actual game, you don't have to do that. But I got to a point. I have made my game so massive, and I have so much shit that I got to the point where it's like my miners, like I have, like they build little mines and stuff. I have gotten to the point where they can just go dig up all these shiny rocks, and I just get gems. And I've got like so many people. I've got like over 200,000 belief.
9,000?
No, I have over 200,000 motherfucker like beliefs, so I don't have to buy anything. And I'm just like, and I was so happy when it happened. I just looked at Frank and I was like, I finally beat Peter Molyneux.
Fuck you, Peter Molyneux.
I beat him. This is for Fable 3, you son of a bitch.
Fucking Fable 3.
I played the whole thing and I beat it.
Hannah's face.
I literally didn't make it past the intro sequence in that
Frank
game.
didn't either. Frank didn't either.
All right, Hannah is not a video gamer by any means. She loves Fable. She fucking loves Fable.
I like Fable 2 is a good game, but it's not what it was supposed to be.
No, and neither was Fable 1. Fable
Neither
1
was
a
Fable
good
1.
game, but
exactly.
wasn't
Because that's the
supposed to
thing with Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux promises these, like... Because we've already talked about this on the podcast, but since you guys weren't here, I'll just say it again. Peter Molyneux is a dick. He basically... I remember Frank was talking last week even about... when Fable came out, there was an article about it in some gaming magazine.
Game Informer.
It might have been Game Informer, it might have been Xbox Official, I don't know. But anyway, there was an article about it, and they were talking about, this game is going to be, like, the new big thing, and it's going to do all of this stuff, and it's amazing, and you have so many choices, and it was not that.
No.
Yeah.
At all.
I agree there.
And Fable 2 was the same way, where he promised all this stuff, and then it was kind of like, oh, this is really boring.
Well,
But no, I played the shit out of Fable 2. I like Fable 2. Fable 2 is a good game.
I think we kept Fable 2 when we got rid of all the Xbox stuff.
Yeah.
All the games, everything. We kept Modern Warfare.
I kept my COD games.
Really?
COD.
All of Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of
I
Duty.
do like
You're a COD
Nostalgia.
piece?
Nostalgia.
You're a COD piece?
I actually used to be on a game battles team.
It's alright. I used to be on the Halo team.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
Anyway, continue,
Oh my
Hannah.
God.
Shut
Halo
up.
Halo?
Hey.
Fuck
Hey.
you.
You're
Hey.
making fun of me for COD?
Hey.
Halo?
Hey, shut up. Hannah,
Yes,
what?
ma'am.
But yeah, we kept them and Skyrim.
Yeah.
And I tried to get into Skyrim.
You
but
did
I
try.
Cannot.
You did
I don't
try.
know.
I will give you that. Because I was sitting there and I was like, you need to play it. It's so good.
I created a character 2 different times, and the second time
And
I
the whole
actually
time
tried.
he's probably talking to you like, what the fuck? Why are you being a dark elf? Nobody's a dark elf.
Oh, that makes me
I don't
feel
think
bad.
I was a dark elf.
Oh, you were a dark elf, were you?
No.
You were a Khajiit.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah.
have had role playing saves where I did dark elf and just made a complete asshole.
Okay.
Killed everybody.
Yes,
The thing
you know.
with because we got rid of Skyrim because we got the
Legendary pack.
yeah, the one on the PC. All the Elder Scrolls games. So we got rid of Skyrim. But my last playthrough that I was doing, I had a character completely built. Completely. All the way done. I was an Argonian and I was like just a battle mage.
Argonian Master Race.
Yeah. I was Argonian and I actually don't even think I think I was just straight, just fucking wizard, just mage, whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the very last minute I was like, I'm gonna change it to Dark Elf. And I changed it, didn't do anything, just changed it. And then the whole game I hated it. I was just like, why did I do why? And the whole time I'm just racking my brain, why the fuck? Why the fuck?
You don't
did I
even
do
see
that?
your character like hardly ever, and it's just I hate fucking dark elves.
I was
Outlander.
I think I
Fuck
was a
you.
Khajiit. I think I was a Khajiit my first playthrough.
My very first playthrough I was Khajiit on Morrowind, and I loved it.
Oh yeah, it's awesome being a Khajiit on the
Oh
board.
yeah, like, especially because I'm a thief.
Yeah, exactly. Khajiit's the best class for a thief.
Yeah, I love thief playthroughs.
Sorry.
Carly, speaking of which, have you seen that the Elder Scrolls 6 has been confirmed?
Yeah, he was telling me about that earlier. I hadn't even seen it.
You know what it's called?
What?
Argonia.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
I know, right? Black Marsh.
I was about to say they're from Black Marsh. They're not from Argonia. What the fuck is Argonia?
I know there's an Eye of Argonia.
Unless they're going to be like going into the like origins of Argonians and how Argonians came about, because then that would kind of make sense. Because yes, our Argonians are from Black Marsh. We're getting into some weird shit here, but
That's all right. I love fucking folklore.
well, because this is completely kind of unrelated, but I'm just staring at this fucking map on the wall. I need to bring. I need to bring all my maps over, because when we got the what the fuck is it called?
The legendary pack.
It's not called the legendary pack. It's
Ultimate?
called no
Epic.
Collection? The Metal Gear collection?
Here's my box of Metal Gears.
Long story. You have to listen to the last episode.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard the last one yet.
Anthology, the Elder Scrolls Anthology.
Yeah, there it is.
We got the Elder Scrolls Anthology. I got it for Christmas, and in it, it has maps of everything.
Right.
Just everything. From every game. From Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. And all the expansions. Everything is mapped, and I want to bring them. We're going to frame up on the wall. Anyway, but I have a thing for maps anyway, because George R. R. Martin, I read the Song of Ice and Fire series, right?
I thought you were about to say Giorgio Armani.
Yes, Giorgio Armani. He wrote some books about clothes. No, George R. R. Martin wrote the Song of Ice and Fire series, which I read, and the last one, the most recent one, still hasn't come out. But instead, he released like this thing of maps, just maps of Westeros, and I was like, I really want to be mad that this is gone. Well, this is out and not the new book, but. Oh my god, maps! Anyway.
I'm going to buy you a globe for Christmas.
No, it's not the same.
I know.
It's not
Get her
fancy
one of
enough.
those like talking ones from when you were a kid. Like, poke it, and it's like, this is the Republic of Georgia. It has, Yeah.
That'd be good. I would like that.
Why haven't they made a Risk game where you actually play on a globe so you can like blow up the real world and shit? I'm going to nuke Afghanistan.
Oh god. I totally forgot what I was talking about.
I thought,
We got so distracted on Elder Scrolls,
yeah,
but
we did. Yeah, we did.
I still haven't told the Zaxby story.
Maya Baya. Oh, do you still want to do that?
You were talking about
Yes, tell the Zaxby story.
That's funny.
No, I was talking about Peter Molyneux.
And
how I beat
we
him.
started with clopping, and then
No, what I was gonna say about
it was
what
all
I,
downhill from there.
I remember what I was gonna say is the Peter Molyneux thing. I was talking about because, like I said, I enjoyed Fable 2. I played Fable 2 like 4 or 5 times, just all the way through, just fucking whatever. I don't care. But Fable 3, I played and beat it, and after I played and beat it, I gave it to Frank, and I was like, "It's all right." And he played it. He got through the first cutscene. The moment he found out that your character talks, he was like, "Nope, I'm done." He turned it off and never touched it again. And we took it back to GameStop, and he sold it.
Yeah,
He was just
couldn't
like, "You talk? No, I'm done." Because it's like a thing with Fable, is you've always been the silent, and yes, they do it in a million other games too. You're always the silent protagonist.
In
But-
Fable 2, they're always like, "Hey, you don't talk that much."
Yeah, exactly.
Make jokes about
They do the same thing with Gordon Freeman, kind of, but it's just the silent protagonist is always a thing with Fable. And the moment Frank found out that you talk in 3, he was like, "I'm done.
Nope.
I'm done."
The moment I was done was actually before I ever played it.
The moment you found out it was coming out.
No, the moment it was done for me, I walked into my mom's house. My little brother happened to be playing it, and he was running around doing some stuff. I was like, "Oh, okay, this Fable 3 it looks all right." And then he pressed the start button, and I was done. That fucking pause menu.
Really?
It wasn't a menu.
No.
There was no menu. You fucking teleported to your goddamn castle, talked to your butler,
Yep.
and had him get your shit for you,
Yep.
which took like 20 minutes when you could just go, "Oh, fucking here's
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then you
I
had
don't
to go on
walk
the little
through my
pathway.
goddamn menus, Peter Molyneux. I don't walk. That's bullshit. Fuck you." Sorry.
I actually found that part interesting. I liked it.
Found it fucked up.
I thought it was interesting like the first time I went into it, and then I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna get old."
It did get annoying
It
sometimes.
got old.
It did get annoying
It
sometimes.
got annoying, and I never used it. It pissed me off.
Because like my first playthrough of games, I just want to just power through it as quickly as I can go.
I'm the same way, And that's why I had played it
man.
and beat
First
it.
playthrough is always just like, I'm gonna fucking find shit. Man.
No, see that's
exploring.
on my
Elder-
second one, my next one.
Because
That's
if
when
I
I go
ruin
back.
it, like
Yeah.
if I go through the ending and shit, and all stories and all that shit, like the second playthrough, it's just
No, I mean I agree with you on that with Elder Scrolls games or Fallout games.
oh yeah.
First time
On
you
my
play
very
it, you
first-
literally just you just go, and you're just like, ooh, this is neat.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at
Yeah.
this.
But with something like Fable, I agree with him completely. Where it's just like you just go through, you play it, and then the next time you play it, then you can fuck around. And
No,
do
like
whatever.
with a game like Skyrim, it was different.
Yeah.
Because there was so
That was
much
the
to
point.
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
You
like-
just don't do the main storyline, and you're good.
And my first time playing Skyrim, of
I
course,
broke my game.
I went, mage,
Yeah.
or the OP.
Dude, he was so OP.
Oh, it was.
It's not
ridiculous.
even
it was-
funny.
I started off with a Breton, and I just like leveled up the
You got the wood elf too, so
Yeah.
that's even worse.
No,
Yeah.
a Breton.
Oh wait, you're right.
Not
you're
a wood
right.
elf.
My bad. Same
I-
thing.
I
No,
started-
that's a Bosmer. You're
Bosmer.
close.
Yeah,
You're
that's
close.
right.
I just
Okay.
I put I
Thank
leveled up destruction magic all the way to 100 as high as it would go,
Nerd.
and I was one shotting the dragons.
He was.
I did that with archery.
Frank did. Yeah, Frank did too.
What I did was I did the most fucking broken thing that you could possibly do. I did the whole smithing thing.
Yeah.
But when I got points to dump into smithing, I dumped them all into archery
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
So I was like level 100 smithing, no perks,
Yeah.
and all my perks were in archery and shit.
Frank did the exact same thing. He's just walking around. He got so good at his sneak
That
and
too.
his sneaking and his, because when you're an archer, sneaking is good.
Yeah.
So he got so good at his. I remember I was watching him play. He got so good at his sneak and his archery skill that there was somebody popped up on his little reticule thing, and he was trying to find him so he could kill him.
I got short.
And he was like going down the edge of a mountain, and he fell. And it still said he was hidden, and he was just crouching the whole time, just got his bow drawn, just walking around. And he turns around, and this dude is standing right behind him, looking dead at him. And it still says hidden.
Yeah.
And so he just was like, and he's just dead. And I was like, did that really just happen? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's like Morrowind cheat shit.
Yeah.
Like that's when you open up console and you're like, sneak 5,232. Like that's, and then you go into the Mages Guild and you're like, I really have to get in this chest. So you just crouch on top of a table until it's just like,
Yeah, it just glows.
See, to me, the lock picking on Skyrim was the most broken lock picking I've ever seen of anything, because you can level it all the way up to your lock picks never break,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
automatically start like right beside the sweet spot.
yeah.
What I did.
Where's the challenge? That's
Well, I mean, if you're a high enough level, you don't need the challenge.
still.
But I got to the point where in Oblivion, I could just do the mini game
God.
at like level 1. I was good enough to just do that.
Yeah.
I hated the lockpicking.
Once you figured it out and once you
This
got really
is
good
just
at the
turning into a
minigame-
video game podcast. Oh my god.
We are a video game podcast, kind of. But
Hannah's
talking
just sitting here
about-
like, I don't even know what's
That's all
going on.
I have a story though.
Sell your story.
Is
Is it the Zaxby story?
No, it's not.
This one time.
Talking
at
about
the-
leveling up archery and shit.
Yeah.
I had my archery all the way at 100, and I was just literally just a fiddle around save now because I just couldn't level anymore. It
Yeah.
just like didn't
yeah.
happen.
I ran into that problem with mine too.
And
I was trying to do the main quest, and I was just like, yeah, I can't.
yeah. And
Just couldn't do it.
I got my sneaking all the way up and my archer all the way up, and I would just run sneaking all the way out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And I had my bow pulled out, because I was about to shoot the shit out of this deer. And as soon as I pulled it back, I hear a dragon off a distance, and it caught me off guard, and I spun around and 360 no-scoped the fucking dragon.
Oh my god.
Fucking 360 no-scoped this fucking dragon
My game was so broken.
with a fucking bow and one-shot it because I was hidden still.
like I said, I ran into the same problem with the leveling thing. But my game got broken because I think I've mentioned in the podcast, it was just one of those things where I had finished some of, I think not even half of the main storyline. I literally went up the mountain, got the dragons, and that was it, because I was going to collect the souls, and I was going to do all this other stuff, and go around and get all the shouts and everything. But my game, something happened to the dragon spawn rate, and I remember one time, when you walk out of Whiterun, in Skyrim, and it's just open fields.
Yeah.
Just all, 360 all the way around, just open fields.
360 all the way across the map.
Yeah. The look on your face right now is really funny. Anyway, But I actually walked out of the gate. Ooh, weird. And all the
What?
well, no, because most of the time, like if you're gonna walk out somewhere, you're just gonna immediately fast travel. But I actually walked out of Whiterun and then down and around and did all this stuff.
Who uses the entrance anyway? Just fucking edge of town. I'm out.
Yeah,
Whatever.
exactly.
Fuck it.
But I walked out and I looked across the big field towards like the giant camp and everything that's over that way, and there's a dragon, and then I turned a little bit and there's another dragon. And then I turned a little bit more, and there were like 10 dragons in my field of vision. None of them saw where I was. Like, they weren't attacking me, but I don't know what the fuck happened with this dragon spawn rate, but it was just dragons everywhere, and I had so many souls, it's not even funny. Nice. Like, because no matter where I went, there was always like 3 dragons. Just right next to each other.
I had this
just all the time.
I had this weird fucked up glitch one time. This is on the Xbox version even. Yeah. But weird fucked up glitch in the mages, what's the Mages Guild place called?
College of Winterhold.
Yeah. Winterhold, that's it. God, wow, I can't remember that. Really?
Yeah, okay. College of Winterhold.
Yeah. But you know the big light fountain?
Nerd. Yeah.
It's Winterhold, you fucking asshole.
Yes, the fountain, yes.
You know, the big fountain of light. Well, I killed a dragon there one time, and he died, and his bones...
That happened to me. The
bones kept respawning every time.
Yeah.
And they always refilled. I got so many dragon bones.
Yeah.
That happened.
And then another dragon appeared and then killed him. Same thing. There's 2 dragons now dead. Just every time you go to Winterhold throughout the rest of the game, two dead dragons.
Yeah.
Anytime you need bones, there you go.
Nice.
I picked up so many bones at one point in time, I just like quit picking them up.
Yeah. It gets to the point where these things are fucking heavy.
No, that's why I had a house. I had a chest filled with like 40 of them. Just in a fucking chest in my house. I started selling them. I was like, I don't even fucking need these things, man.
That was probably my favorite expansion. Was the Hearthstone, just the one where you build the house.
Yeah.
I had all the Dawn Gate.
Oh, we didn't use that. We didn't have the...
Yeah, Dawn Guard. I called it Dawn Gate. Dawn Guard.
You did.
Dawn Gate's a MOBA. But Dawn Guard and what is the other one?
Hearthstone, Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. The Dragonborn one was good.
Was it Dragonborn?
Yeah, the Dragonborn one was good.
What was the vampire one?
Dawn Guard.
It was called Dawn Guard. Dawn Guard were the werewolves and vampires. Okay, yeah. I got you.
Yeah, but
the expansion was actually called Dawn Guard, and I was called Off Guard. Fuck you!
You are full of bad jokes today. It's fantastic. I love it. It's good. All right.
Nobody's gonna listen to this podcast.
What?
I don't know. What's in this pipe?
That shit's so good.
So, getting off of video games, I have a... You want to tell your Zaxby story now? Oh my God. I know, I'm going to keep... I'm actually doing this on purpose. I'm doing it on purpose.
Up so much.
Yeah.
And it's never going to happen. You fucking...
I had something that happened to me yesterday. At work.
This one time? At work camp?
I was I had to run an errand in Pine Mountain. And if anybody knows anything about Pine Mountain,
they don't.
It's weird.
Callaway Gardens.
It's fucking weird.
Fantasy and Lights.
I was driving.
Oh yeah, people actually know Fantasy and Lights.
Yeah,
that's where that is.
People from like down where I was living, down around Macon, as soon as I said anything about LaGrange, they're like, "Oh, Fantasy and Lights, Callaway Gardens. We go there all the time." Like, yeah, that's not
the same thing.
No.
It's actually worse.
Realized, the entire Southeast knows what the Fantasy and Lights is.
Yeah.
The Callaways are too fucking rich.
They really are. And like people start talking about Fantasy and Lights, and I went so many times as a kid that it's just not exciting to me. It's not appealing.
I've been twice, and each time I went, I was just serving hot cocoa and cookies to people.
We used to go every freaking year. Yeah. Every damn year. And people was, it's so awesome. I'm like, no, it's...
If you're wondering why the hell I was there serving hot cocoa and cookies, is because my mom was doing a March of Dimes thing, and I was helping her. So I was at work, and I had to run an errand yesterday on the main drag in Pine Mountain, right? Mm-hmm. Where all those
I thought you said the main dragon in Pine Mountain.
Yeah, the main dragon.
I didn't get that
dragon. Yeah, it's on top of the mountain. It's on top of Pine Mountain. It lives in that little hotel thing.
I used to be sweet on the girl from Pine Mountain.
Until you took an arrow in the knee.
She made the mead with juniper berries.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Oh, the show, NCIS. Yeah,
what the fuck is that?
Listen. The show NCIS. And yes. I found this so fucking hilarious. I was watching it the other day, and there was this case where there was the guy that got killed was like a PC gamer. He was a video gamer. And
Was it the one where they chase him in game?
I don't know. I don't think it was that.
Okay,
one.
no, I'm gonna. You can finish. I'm gonna
Hey, yo, I'm gonna let you
finish.
finish.
Yeah, let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I really don't like the phrase gamer.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't. We play video games. Everybody fucking plays video games. We're not gamers. We just play video games.
But that's what like the episode
Continue.
was about.
Okay, whatever.
All right,
Go.
well, there's one guy that's part of the NCIS team, the investigating team. That
Yep.
he's like the nerdy one. Mm-hmm. Well, the guy they were interviewing was like being very. He was talking down about the guy that played all the video games, and he looked at the other guy and he goes, "I bet you do all that stuff where you play battle floors and all that stuff." And then the one guy looks at him and goes, "Yeah, until I took an arrow in the knee." And I died. I was sitting on the couch. I just fell over laughing. It was the best thing.
Were you laughing or did you just fall over?
I was both.
You were just like,
No, he did the classic anime thing where he just stands there for a second and then instantly,
yeah.
and then there's like the little thought bubble with the little puff of smoke
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
scribbles.
It was great though. It was
Yeah.
like this.
Anyway, no, I was at work yesterday in Pine Mountain. I had to run an errand, and I was driving along the main drag, and I was about to turn on the
the
street.
main dragon.
And there was a lady that was, and I had my windows down because it felt very good yesterday, and I had whatever, and my light turned green, and then there was this lady trying to walk across the street with this older woman or something, I don't know, and I went to go, and they stopped, and I kind of slowed down a little bit, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, and so then I just went again, and as I'm driving past her, I hear her say, somebody doesn't know that the light said we could walk, and I was like, bitch, you still in the road. I am in a car. If I say I'm gonna go, I'm gonna fucking go. Just fucking deal with it. Like, it's just, I was so irritated with it because she was like, somebody didn't know the light so we could walk, so we could walk. The light's always right. And I was just like, no. It's the road. There is
Somebody didn't get
it's
the
a
main
road.
dragon show in Pine Mountain.
It's just
Jerk.
because because she was talking about the crosswalk light had the little dude on
Yeah.
it. But I don't give a shit. You still have to pay attention to the cars that have the right of way in the street where they drive their cars. I was just like,
You're so animated.
I was so
when
pissed.
You do this.
I wanted to fucking hit her with my car just to prove it. I was like, oh, bitch, guess who's walking now?
You should have.
Nobody.
You should've.
Because you broke your legs when I hit you with my car.
Carly's
Should've.
got anger issues. If
She
y'all
does.
haven't noticed.
Shut up. Fuck off.
She's got road rage.
Road
I
rage.
do.
Road
kind
rage.
of. I do have road rage.
Road rage.
But another thing I noticed though, after I got done running my errand, I walked out, and I mentioned this already, but I walked out of the store, and there were just people. They weren't doing anything.
No shit.
They were just sitting in front of stores, just sitting there, not doing nothing.
Back
Just
in
sitting-
my day, we called those
like-
hobos.
Well, no, because they were all nicely dressed, and I understand
Back
that
in my day, we called those hippies.
Pine Mountain is kind of a
Stepford.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And it just kind of came across as one of the. It was just creepy because there's
it-
these like really nice dressed rich people just sitting in front of these little quaint stores, and they're just sitting there.
That's what Pine Mountain is. Pine Mountain is like old rich, old
I was gonna
money.
say, is it just me or is everybody that actually lives in Pine Mountain old as dirt?
It's old money is what it is. But then you have Pine Mountain Valley.
Yeah.
That's where all the trailers are.
That's where all the peasants live.
Yeah.
Some faggy lord tosses a bag of coins. And the Louis C.K.
Have a
reference here
coin,
you go.
peasant.
Where he's like, I'm just go bring a shovel and a strong backed man.
You throw a coin at one of their trailers and they say, "Blessed be the 9."
That was
Oh wait, no, the 8.
Did you just snort?
Sorry,
No, that wasn't
no, that was me.
Oh.
I didn't snort though. I just went. I don't know why. I don't know.
If Hannah gets to laughing really hard, she will snort.
Well,
It's quite funny.
I do this all the time. I go. I do that all the time on the podcast.
Hannah.
Oh.
You're not getting no sex tonight.
Oh.
You'll change your mind.
Oh. Okay. Coming up on SOGOpod News.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire, 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 fire.
Welcome back to the SOGOpod, everybody.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of the SOGOpod. Night.
We're gonna do the news. But before we do the news, I got a thing I want to say. I was walking down here after we just got done doing whatever we were doing. Yeah. And to give you an idea of where we are in Kinder's house, we're in the basement. Not really a basement, but it's a split level. We're in downstairs. And before you come into the recording room, there's a playroom where the kids play and all the toys are. And I walked downstairs and I looked over, there's a fireplace, and just saw a giant stuffed SpongeBob in the fireplace. And Hannah said that it looked like he was in jail. And I said it kind of looks like he's about to be ritually sacrificed because he's in a fucking fireplace. And this is creepy to me. Like, I want to take a picture of it and just be like, no, don't. No.
You just
Don't
like
kill
put a bunch of reverb on it
SpongeBob.
and have SpongeBob laugh in the distance.
Anyway, yeah, we got news. Frank sent me some text messages that are filled with links.
But we gotta sing the news song.
What's the news? song?
Okay.
Here's the news. Let's grab some booze and Illuminati and the juice control of love. It's kind of screwed.
News!
Okay.
Gotta
Alright.
love Blue's
Yep.
Clues.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what any of these are. He just told me, he said pick and choose. I don't know which ones are the trolley ones, and I'm not going to read the links either. I'm just going to go to them. So we're just going to go.
Trolley like the gummy worms?
You want to go?
Any of
You
them
wanna go?
You want to go?
You're a bum, Scott.
I said that the other night, and then I turned to Frank and I was like, I think Scott's in jail.
I think he is.
And he was just like, what? And I was like, I think he's in jail. I don't know. I've heard rumors that he's in jail. Okay, this is from the Mirror, because all of Frank's news come from the Mirror. Coast Guard rescues man who tried to run from Florida to Bermuda in inflatable plastic bubble.
What?
Like a cross.
What the fuck did I just read?
Like those bubbles that you get in when you're a kid and the little pools at the fair and you can run in them like a hamster.
I've always wanted to do that, but I never did get a chance to.
Wow. Wait a minute. So, from Florida to
Bermuda. Yeah.
in one of those runny.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And let's not forget that the thing says that he was rescued by the Coast Guard, so I think we know how this is going to go. Reza Baluchi, an endurance athlete, was attempting to complete the incredible journey in a self...
Oh, I thought he was running away from the cops.
Yeah, I figured he was like
No.
a Cuban guy trying to like get back to Cuba. I don't know.
No.
Superman, no.
He was attempting to complete the incredible journey in a self-designed HYDROPOD.
HYDROPOD. Welcome to the HYDROPOD.
They have names for those? Like,
I don't know.
It has an actual name.
It's just
Mine's
like,
named Annabelle.
record underwater and be like, this is a HYDROPOD.
That was really good.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
That's like how you loll in real life.
Oh my god, I'm gonna start doing that. Anytime I want to just go lol, I'm just going lol. Okay,
It's
anyway.
like a truck idling.
Okay. Okay. Are you fucking crazy, frog? Oh god.
Ring, ring, ding.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Lol.
The U.S. Coast Guard has rescued a man who tried to run, it's in all caps, run 1,000 miles from Florida to Bermuda in an inflatable plastic bubble.
10,000 miles. Oh, sorry.
It's not
Wait a minute, why
10,000.
would somebody think they could run
I
1,000
would
miles?
It's
walk
5,000.
Oh, is it 5?
5,000 miles an hour.
I knew it sounded funny.
Yeah. Anyway. Reza Baluchi, an endurance athlete, was attempting to complete the incredible journey in a self-designed hydropod. He planned to sleep just 3 hours a day and survive on protein bars and bottled water. But on Wednesday, just 3 days into the challenge, the Iranian-born U.S. national became disoriented and started asking for directions to Bermuda.
Can you imagine?
Who was he asking, though? Like, he started asking for directions, was like...
No, see how he's doing it was like, can I get the
I speak whale. Okay. Dude, no, you don't even.
This is what we've come to, Finding Nemo.
I went to the theaters and watched Finding Nemo and with my friend Rachel back in high school. But yeah, I went with her and it was like the
Oh, that
theater.
Rachel.
Yeah, my best friend from middle school and high school. Yeah,
Yeah, I
or
remember her.
middle school and beginning of high school.
I remember.
The one that dated Tony Long, Rachel.
No,
No, that's Ray Ray. Okay, I know.
yeah,
you're talking
no.
Tony, boxer Tony, Asian Tony.
about.
Yeah,
they're still
police
together.
policeman Tony. He's a cop now.
Yeah.
What?
He's an Asian martial arts master cop.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute, cop where?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know where they live.
It's not in LaGrange.
I think
is it?
it's in Atlanta
Okay,
because
I
I
was
know
about
they
to
lived
say.
in
Oh
Atlanta.
yeah, he's too good to be.
If it's LaGrange, I'm moving back because that
That's
scares
scary.
me.
That's
Yes.
terrifying.
I used to watch this guy shadow box.
It's
It was
scary for you. I owe this motherfucker money. I used to borrow $1 from him every day in high school. I owe him like 100 and something now with interest.
Just to give you guys some context, this fucking guy, he's Asian, right? Okay, standard, and he's a boxer / judo / Muay Thai, whatever, mixed martial arts guy. Comes with the territory, whatever. The fucker had his golden gloves at like 14.
Yep.
The guy is fucking insane. I've seen this person punch something so hard that people ran away.
Yeah.
Like, this fucker is hardcore.
He's such a nice guy, though.
He really is.
Really
He's the
is.
nicest guy.
But he will kill you. He will motherfucking kill you.
With his pinky.
So if you're ever in Atlanta and you're pulled over by a fucking Asian cop, run. It won't help because he'll catch you and he's in better shape than you will ever be in your life. But run.
This dude had like fucking abs of steel.
He did.
This guy, we would sit in the weight room and he would just be sitting there punching himself in the damn stomach, and it's like, what the hell are you doing?
This guy was a samurai in a past life, legit.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so back to this news story.
That's
Not like
freaky.
scary, but he'll just
And
be
then
like,
he'll like be outside your window, and all of a sudden,
he doesn't really care.
We'll play
Because like I
outside.
said, it was like I would borrow. I'd be like, hey, can I borrow $1? Just like every day, pretty much. Because he always said yes. So
'Cause he
it
was a
just-
nice guy.
Yeah.
He really
and
was
so
a
he
cool
would,
guy.
Like he started just bringing dollars and just giving it to me before I even asked.
He wanted that ass.
No. He and Rachel have been together forever.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I went to go see. I went
together.
What I was trying to say was I went to go see Finding Nemo in theaters with my friend Rachel, and we
You have to go see
died.
Fighting Nemo?
Yes, Finding Nemo. It's like Fight Club but with fish. Theater was completely empty, and that whale part came up. I don't think I have laughed that hard in my entire life because for some reason it just hit me weird. You know, you have those like
Yeah.
laugh attacks,
I got a story
we
about
were
that.
we were sitting there and we were just like, oh my god, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. She's speaking whale. Anyway.
The thing that got me the worst out of anything in my life, and I am ashamed. I am so ashamed of this. When I was about 15, 16 years old, I was in JCPenney shopping with my mom because that's what 16-year-old boys do, apparently. And I came across this fucking shirt, and I'm sure I'd seen it before, and I've seen it 100 times since. And it was one of those awful pun shirts that you just want to burn.
Yeah.
And it was a camouflage shirt, which is already strike
Bad.
one.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
It was a camouflage shirt. It wasn't good camouflage either. It was just shitty army camouflage.
Oh, yeah.
Old army camouflage. And it said, "You can't see me." And for some reason, that just hit me so bad.
That's
and I
really
laughed.
sad.
I laughed the entire way. And my mom thought something was wrong with me.
Something is wrong with you if you thought that was that funny.
It was just that funny. I don't know why. It's just, I imagine my cousin Nick for some reason, and he used to do this stupid, annoying voice that cracked me up all the time when I was a kid. And like one of the things he said when we were kids was, like they had to check the size on his pants, and he was like 15. He wasn't 15. He was like 12, and he said, "Check the panties."
What?
And I imagined him saying, "You can't see me," in that voice, wearing that shirt. Just like, oh my god, ah! You know. And I laughed, and it was
Wow.
funny. So
Okay.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Back to the news.
I'm pretty
story.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the news. So yeah, this guy was trying to run.
Fuck you. That was gold.
He was trying to run from the United States to Bermuda. Anyway.
God damn it, Alan.
He refused to leave the pod, so the U.S. Coast Guard continued to monitor him until he activated his radio beacon on Saturday. Coast Guard HC-130 airplane and MH-60 helicopter crews traveled from Clearwater, Florida, along with the Maersk? Sure, why not? Montana. What? A vessel registered with the Automated Mutual Assistance Vessel Rescue System, or AMVR. Yeah.
Amber.
He was rescued on Saturday, uninjured but suffering from exhaustion. A statement from the Coast Guard said, once the air crews arrived on scene, a rescue swimmer from the Jayhawk crew safely hoisted Bellucci from Bellucci. Sorry, I don't know why that was funny. Safely hoisted Bellucci from his inflatable raft into the helicopter. The MH-60 crew transported Bellucci to an air station Clearwater where emergency medical services available. This is fucking boring.
Next story.
Bellucci had previously blogged about the challenge in his HYDROPOD, which is made of 3mm thick plastic, describing himself as an excellent fisherman. Reza said he would be catching his food on a daily basis, but also relying on protein bars.
What the fuck makes somebody think they can run 1,000 miles anyway?
I don't.
In
a
plastic
bubble. On water.
There had to be
Look at
some
me, I'm
weird
Jesus.
shit in that guy's hookah for him to be...
Yes.
Anyways.
He would sleep. This thing must have been huge, because it says he would sleep in a hammock for 3 hours a day.
How did the thing not just turn over?
Seriously. Well, it's a bubble. All right, so you run in the bubble and the bubble spins.
I guess maybe the hammock things were free, but even then you turn up and down.
Maybe the bottom was weighted a little bit.
It was a gyroscope?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, how is the bottom weighted if he's running?
I don't fucking know!
It just says that he was running.
He would sleep in a hammock for 3 hours a day and endure temperatures above to 130 degrees
While
Fahrenheit.
he's in a plastic bubble that magnifies the fucking sunlight.
Bellucci would run until his
you
body...
can't poke air holes in it.
Bellucci would run until his body became too hot. Then he would jump into the sea to cool down.
I guess it just opened up somehow.
Which means he was like crusted with salt and stuff too.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was going to fish, so it had to open up somehow.
Yeah.
He was attempting the dangerous journey to raise money for children in need and also raise awareness for Plant Unity, his non-profit organization.
Wait a minute, what was this guy's name? I'm going to look up and see if there's a picture of this
His
thing.
name is Reza, R-E-Z-A. Bellucci. B-A...
That sounds like a MMA fighter name.
It does.
Razor Bellucci.
B-A-L-U-C-H-I.
Isn't there a famous person with the last name Bellucci?
John Bellucci.
John Bellucci. Okay.
You're thinking
Was it
Bellucci.
HYDROPOD?
Yeah. Okay, the next one. Next news story is from Gawker. Hey, we have a non-mirror story today.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. It was Gizmodo, technically. Okay, this is the first weekend in America with no Saturday morning cartoons. What?
What?
Saturday morning American broadcast TV was once animation's home field, filling a cereal bowl with artificially colored sugar pebbles and staring at the tube was every kid's weekend plan. Not anymore. For the first time in 50-plus years, you won't find a block of animation on broadcast this morning. It's the end of an era.
What the fuck?
What?
I don't know.
That's what every kid looks forward to.
Yes, the CW, the final holdout in Saturday morning animation, ran its last batch of Vortex cartoons last weekend. This week, where you once saw shows like Cubix, Sonic X, Dragon Ball Z, and Kai, Digimon Fusion, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, you'll instead find one magnificent morning, a block of live-action educational programming.
God damn it.
So yeah, they took off the cartoons and put on educational programming.
That's bullshit.
It's the end of an era, but it's been a long time coming. NBC ditched Saturday morning cartoons in 1992.
It's because NBC's gay.
CBS followed suit not long after, and ABC lost its animated weekend mornings in 2004. The CW, a lower-tier broadcast network, was the last holdout in a game that the Big Three left long ago. What killed Saturday morning cartoons? Cable, streaming, and the FCC. In the 1990s, the FCC began more strictly enforcing its rule requiring broadcast networks to provide a minimum of 3 hours of educational, air quotes, programming every week. Networks afraid of messing with their primetime slots found it easiest to cram this required programming into the weekend morning slot. The actual educational content of this The actual educational content of this live-action programming is sometimes debatable, but it meets the letter of the law.
Fuck the law.
Okay, so basically it's just because you've got channels like Nickelodeon and Disney and all this other stuff on cable,
right,
that play cartoons all the time, that the Saturday morning cartoons are kind of not necessary. I can kind of see where they're coming from, because when we think of Saturday morning cartoons, other than like one Saturday morning, which I guess was one of those that stopped in 2004 because it was on ABC.
One Saturday morning.
Yeah, it was on ABC. But I guess everything else we consider to be Saturday morning cartoons are just cartoons that are just on TV. Whether it be Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, you know what I'm saying.
Because, like, when I think of Saturday morning cartoons, I think back to when I was, like, 9 and 10 years old when every Saturday morning, that was when Yu-Gi-Oh! Came on and Pokemon came on and
but
Dragon
that doesn't.
Ball Z
But it's not like that
Speaking
anymore.
of which,
though.
I'm very proud of my son. He likes Pokemon.
Your son also likes Courage, which is awesome.
Yeah, he really likes Courage.
He really does.
Like, he
that's-
is killing Courage.
We were actually. I was actually trying to figure out what to get him for Christmas the other day. You know, I told Frank, I was like, I know what he likes, but he likes Courage, which hasn't been on air in like a million
I'm
years.
sure you could eBay like a Courage.
Well, yeah, but I was at Walmart.
Wait a minute, we actually have the entire first season of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes,
on,
we do. We have
yeah.
that. It was a combo pack. It had that, Dexter's Laboratory.
He likes Dexter.
Yeah, he likes
Johnny
Laboratory.
Bravo,
Johnny
and
Bravo,
Ed, Ed,
Ed,
Nettie.
Ed,
And he likes
Nettie.
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. Hey, if we can find it, I'll bring it to you.
But at the bottom of the, and then it's basically just saying what I just said. And then it says, "What was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon?"
Oh, that would be a good one. All right.
Go.
Saturday morning cartoon?
Yeah, I guess we could answer this on the podcast.
There were several. Beetleborgs? No, I'm just kidding.
My favorite was Pepper Ann. I'm just
Oh, I've completely forgotten about Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann because it came on right. It was either right before or right after recess. It was Pepper Ann and Doug.
Oh,
Doug.
Yeah.
See, I remember Doug being on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, the one Saturday morning Doug was the one that after Disney bought it,
Right.
and it's like they kind of changed some stuff around. I remember the original Doug that was on Nickelodeon,
Yeah, that's the
but
one I always
also the
watched.
the Disney one too. Disney's Doug is what it was called.
Yeah.
Where they went to a school that was shaped like BB's head.
I didn't really like Disney's Doug. I like the original Doug.
Yeah,
That was,
yeah.
to me, that was...
Was it just me, or did Doug, like, have real problems? Like,
He
he,
really
had real
did.
psychological problems. He would
really did.
he would just go in, like, daydreaming randomly out of nowhere, and then, like, daydream for a minute, and then he would wake up, and he would have done something wrong, or, like, act out his weird fantasy and shit.
Yeah.
It was like,
Split personality.
imagine the people that were around him whenever he had one of his weird, like, things.
Yeah,
And just, what the
Quail
fuck are you
Man.
doing, you
Yeah, when he
crazy
turned into
motherfucker?
Quail Man.
Quail Man.
That would be...
I can't whistle.
Nobody can do it.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Anyway,
This isn't catching fire. Oh, wait,
no,
that's-
it was close,
No,
but
that's-
yeah, it's yeah, just
And that's
blowing in the
the
microphone.
Hunger Games,
Dun,
not
dun.
catching fire. So
Yeah, it's
let's
the
just
Hunger
get
Games.
that straight.
What the fuck ever.
There are good books, except for like the last quarter of the last book was kind of shitty. But whatever.
I like the what do they call it, the epilogue,
I didn't.
and that
I
I
didn't
liked
like
it.
it at all. Anyway, we're gonna. Do you want to keep doing news, or do you want to tell me what your favorite Saturday morning cartoon was? I've got a lot more news. He just sent me a bunch
If
of
I had to
shit.
pick one that I know was on Saturday mornings and that I watched, it'd probably be Captain Planet. Because he's a hero.
Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna take pollution down to zero.
Oh, real quick. I mean, before I forget about it, have y'all seen the? I think I read it on Cracked, or it might have just been some random ass article on Facebook. I don't know, but it was talking about if you think Magic School Bus, the kids from Magic
yeah.
School Bus,
She's a
I've seen
Time
this
Lord.
think about Captain Planet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen that before.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's
But
pretty
also,
good.
Mrs. Frizzle is a Time Lord. She's a fucking time. You can't. No, she is a Time Lord.
Hello, I'm the doctor.
She goes back. Her fucking school bus is her TARDIS. She goes back in time. She can shrink it. It's bigger on the like. Fuck it. She's a fucking Time Lord.
makes sense.
She's
I
a
guess.
fucking time. Okay, we're gonna continue with the news now. Woman's contraceptive device sprouts inside her because it's a potato.
I saw that. I saw that.
Ow!
I saw
What?
You say potato. She says alternative form of contraception that would be a good idea to put in your vagina.
I like it.
But medical professionals report she had a potato germinating inside her, so it looks like you win. According to Columbia Reports, a 22-year-old Colombian woman inserted the potato on the advice of her mother, who told her that doing so could prevent pregnancy.
See, the potato absorbs salt when you
2
put it in
weeks-
chili, so maybe it'll absorb cum, too.
2 weeks later, the situation had become painful, so she had it
Cum's
checked
salty,
out.
right?
No, you know what that reminds me of? Because her mom told her that. Her mom was just being, just stupid, because there's, like, the old wife, like, oh, well, if you hold an aspirin between your knees, that's the best form of birth control, because you can't open your fucking legs, so it's probably something like that. Put a potato between your knees, It's probably something like that.
So
but
what-
this bitch took it literally. It was like, I'm gonna just stick a potato up
So
my
she
cooch.
was like
what
the
fuck?
Colombian,
Okay,
the
'cause I'm a
female
potato.
She was like the female Colombian version of the Water Boy.
What?
The movie The Water Boy with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Everything his mama said was like law, like God's law.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
mama said if I put a potato in my vagina, it would.
See, I bet you she didn't. That's what I'm saying, though. I bet she didn't say put a potato in your cooch.
This is like the
She
fifth time
probably
we've made a
just
Water
said-
Boy reference on this podcast. Not
Yeah.
this episode, but this podcast.
Yeah,
Because
but-
Water Boy's awesome.
she probably said something along the lines of hold a potato between your knees and you can't get pregnant because it's just like, haha, you can't spread your legs, you can't have sex. But she thought it meant.
Stick a potato up your vag.
Yeah, that's not what she meant. Okay. An attending nurse told Columbia Reports she initially thought the roots growing out of the woman's vagina were a practical joke, and then she saw the potato. Fortunately, the vegetable came out without any surgery. You say this sounds somewhat implausible at first blush. Cornell University's vegetable growing guide says potatoes perform best in acidic soil with pH 4.8 to 5.5. But they're extremely adaptable. Normal vaginal pH is between 3.8 and 4.5.
Number 3.
Should have used some preparation. Eh?
Story.
Wait, that's not right. Vagisil.
She had roots coming out of her vagina. That's creepy.
I guess she was ready to settle down and. Why can't I get up from this chair?
Oh my god!
Was that the last news story?
No, there's a lot of news stories, but I don't know if we were going to do them all.
Fuck it. We're good. We got enough. That's enough. I'm
That's
done.
enough.
I think
I'm
Kenda
done.
is.
I'm putting
tired.
down roots.
You're putting down roots? Are they coming out of your pee hole?
God.
Ow.
Oh my god, Kendra, can you imagine you being
Oh, that
another
would
guy?
hurt.
They probably won't understand it, but like, just say you're on a date and you're getting to that point, and you get there and you pull down the panties, and then you see
Roots.
like roots coming out. Like
You know what would happen? You pull them down and you'd be like, oh, I've seen this hentai.
Oh my
I know
god,
I've
no.
seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Next time on SOGOpod, we plant roots.
Yeah. Woo!
手をつないで空を見上げたらもしもあの街のど